Hello everyone, my name is Gregory. Today I'm going to show you 3 workflows that will save you a ton of time in your business. We're going to talk about 3 workflows. One is a client onboarding workflow that will help make your onboarding quicker for your team. The second one will help you post on LinkedIn in a more efficient way. And the third one will be helping out posting on YouTube because YouTube is a lot of work. So I'll break each of those down individually. Okay, so here's the first one. We're calling it the onboarding assistant. If you've ever had any type of agency, a service agency, you know that when you onboard someone, it takes some time, sometimes a lot of times, to create all the infrastructure around that. So things like making a Google Drive or multiple Google Drives, summary of the notes from your meeting, or telling your team about it on Slack or Discord, or setting up your project management space, whether it's Asana or Notion or Monday.com. This workflow kind of helps with that. So let me walk you through what that looks like. Basically, you'll see here, there's a manual trigger here for a form. We'll walk through this in a bit here. And then from that form, you'll get all the information and parse that out into different sections here and run it through a few AI engines that will help kind of disseminate the information. The first set of things that it'll do is actually create some Google Drives. So you'll see us create a parent folder, some subfolders, and then a summary of the client based on the transcript. And then we also have some parts here that notifies the team internally via our Slack channel. And then based on that, we'll take that information as well and then start populating a Notion page or like our project management system. Eventually send a client onboarding email, which will be an example. So let's try this out. All right, so here we go. I'm going to execute the workflow. All right, so here's the form that comes up. Okay, so let's say client full name. We'll call this my favorite client, Gregory, right? And my email will be gregory@AI-window. So here's the link. I grab the link to my Fathom recording and I'll click submit. And you can see now the workflow is running. It's parsing up the data and it's now going through the agent here. And we will just wait here and see where it goes. Okay, got through that. Going through another AI channel here. And the first set here is creating some folders. So you can see it's creating some folders and a doc. And I'll show you what that looks like here. So I'm gonna go to the drive. So you can see, just like that, the workflow created this parent folder called My Favorite Client Gregory's folder. And it created subfolders here: reports, deliverables, credentials, and logins and meetings. So I didn't have to do that at all manually, which is quite amazing. This would have taken like 5 or 10 minutes and I had to find time to do this. In addition to that, it grabbed the transcript and made some sort of like overview document that was already here, which is really, really useful. Okay, so there's that. Also in our Slack channel, it sent us an internal notification to our team members. And then from that as well, we created a Notion page that will show you some other time in a future workflow. And then the final thing is an onboarding email. So let's take a look at the email here. And you can see, as if I was a client, it says ops, welcome to AIW, my favorite client, Gregory. So it basically drafted this email and it created all this content for the client to read. And of course you can customize the content of this email. But the point here is that if you can imagine this whole workflow where, again, what it did is I just submitted a few information here. Specifically, I submitted the client name, the client email, and a link to the transcript of our meeting. And what probably would have taken me 10 to 15 minutes per client to create the Google Drives, to create the Slack channel, to create the Notion page, and then to email the client, actually maybe like half an hour. It only took probably like 5 minutes. So if you think about that savings, let's say half an hour in savings and you have like 100 clients, that's like 50 hours of savings just from this easy workflow. So that's kind of the power of this client onboarding workflow. If you're curious if AI can save your business time and money, click the link in the description to take a 60-second quiz that will show you how we can streamline your business. Let's move on to our second workflow. We call this the LinkedIn posting assistant. So, when you post anything on social media, you have to think about the idea. Then sometimes you have to create the copy or like the text. And then you have to create an image sometimes, and then you have to go open up a new browser and then copy paste your text and your images and then paste it. So although that might sound simple, it does take some time to do that. But this workflow will save you a lot of time and effort to do that. So let's show you what goes on here. Okay, so there's an onboarding form submission. You'll see that in a bit. Basically ask a little questions about the post you want to do. And then we start, as we're building this, we'll show where it goes. Like it'll store all the information so you have it over time. And then the agent will help create like an image and some text. We'll upload the file onto a drive and then include all the information on the spreadsheet. And then we'll ask a little more questions, and then we'll download the file and then upload it onto a LinkedIn account. So let's try this out. Okay, so I'm gonna start here, close this. Let's execute this workflow. There's a new post here. So topic, let's pick a topic. Let's say it's super cold in Texas, because there's a winter storm coming, everybody. Target audiences, we'll say residents of Texas. Description, make sure to prepare all the food and supplies you need to stay cozy at home during the winter storm. So we'll click generate post and image, and you can see it goes off. And the first thing you see here is a pen on update row spreadsheet. So this is a spreadsheet where we're keeping track of all of our stuff. So you can see this is when we started creating. The topic, as we said, is it's super cold in Texas. And the description is what I said here, which is make sure to prepare foods, etc., etc. And as we go through this workflow, you'll see these populate here. So let's go back to the workflow. So it generated the image, and now it's uploading the file to the drive, sharing it, and now appending it to the spreadsheet. So you can see here's the text for the post that it made, and a link to the drive image. So let's see what it says here on the content for the users. It says post content and image. Content, is your home ready for Texas's unexpected winter chill? When temperature plummets and winter storms hit, it can catch many off guard. Power outages and hazardous roads are common, so preparing well in advance is key to staying safe and comfortable. Start by stocking up on essential foods. Don't forget warm drinks. Next, gather necessary home supplies. Planning for these essentials. How are you preparing for cold at home? And then some hashtags here. And it also says, here's the image that it generated. So let's see what this image looks like. Boom. Send this. Okay, not bad. It has like the Texas outline with people warm at home. I kind of like this. And of course, you can make the system prompt for the image generation anything you want. So we could always make that better and better over time. And it also included the link here. So let's see what's next. So form, okay. So now it's asking us approve. So let's approve it. Yes, submit your form approval. It's downloading, and now it's posting onto LinkedIn. All right, so it said it posted. So let's bring this up. I'm gonna refresh. So just like that, I didn't have to post or anything. You could see here that it posted the exact text that we came up with, and then it posted the image. So that was super, super helpful. For those of you doing content, obviously you can use this for like Instagram or Facebook, but this saves a lot of time. And especially like when you're thinking about like what to write, how the image that you want to generate, and you can keep making the prompt better and better so that the next time you make another post, both the copy or the text and the image are better and better every time. So I think this whole process, if I did it by myself, it'd probably take a whole hour, but you can see that this took me like 5 minutes, and along the way you can even refine it with the different prompts. So maybe like 10 minutes total. So let's say save like an hour, and if you're posting every day, that's like 7 hours a week, close to 30 hours a month in saving your time. So this is very, very useful. We're moving over to the last workflow here. This is our YouTube producer automation. And so when you do YouTube channels, there's a lot of work involved. You got to ideate, you have to script, you have to film, you have to edit, you have to make a thumbnail, description, SEO, blog post, and then I'll put it all up. Even if you don't want to automate the whole thing, at least you can have AI help along the way and with some manual approvals there. So let me walk you through what this workflow looks like, and we'll do an example in a bit. So we have a form submission, we'll add some information that we need. The model will take that information, and then again, similar to above, to the LinkedIn post, we'll append the information on these spreadsheets. And then we'll have a few approval process here about generating the thumbnail, the text, the descriptions, and then we'll update the spreadsheet again. Then AI will go ahead and generate an image, and then we'll start storing those information and continue storing that on the spreadsheet. Another form submission, you'll see we'll go through that process. We'll download the file and then upload it onto our channel, and then we'll upload the thumbnail as well. And so this whole process could take a lot of time, maybe like hours to do this. And with the help of AI, you could cut that down to a few minutes. So let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, so let's execute this workflow. YouTube thumbnail generator agents. All right, so it will ask you for a transcript. I'm just gonna grab a random transcript that I had before. I'm gonna grab my channel intro transcript, or a part of it. So I'm gonna put that on here. And then I'm gonna put a link to a video that I have on a drive. Put that there. And let's see this run here. I'm gonna click submit. And off it goes. It's extracting the transcript, the video itself, it's downloading it, grabbing some information, and let's see what goes on the spreadsheet. All right, so as we're going through this workflow, you'll see a few things here. We have the date. This is the transcript that I copy paste. It was kind of small. The link to the video drive, and then the title, which is currently generating, and then the description, the tags, which we'll go over. You'll see this in a bit. Thumbnail prompt that it's using to generate a thumbnail. And then you'll see these are just approvals, so we'll get to that at some point. All right, so what's next in the process here? Okay, it's waiting for a form submission. So we're here. Video title, it's saying Gregory, your business AI partner, simplifying AI for entrepreneurs. Below you can edit or leave it as is. Okay, I'll actually change this to something like introducing my channel. Gregory, your business AI partner, something, something, something. That's fine. Okay, approve video title. Next, it's gonna go here, YouTube thumbnail generator. Okay, so this is the description. It's saying like, welcome to Gregory this. In this introductory video, we'll have this, here's that, blah, blah, blah. Below you can edit or leave it as is. So let's pretend I'm good with this. I'll approve the description. Okay, now the thumbnail generator. These are for video tags. So let's say that I like these, AI for business, AI integration, business automation. Let's add one called video tags. Let's say AI for the best channel. I don't know, I'm gonna make that up. All right, let's add that, approve video tags. And then the last one is the thumbnail prompt. So this says ultra high resolution YouTube thumbnail, 16:9, mobile first clarity, etc., etc. This whole prompt about how to generate a thumbnail for this thing. And I'm just gonna approve this thumbnail prompt. So now it's populating the spreadsheet. We'll see this come up here. Okay, so it updated the things here that I meant earlier. So remember I changed this to introducing my channel. And then these I put AI for best channel. That's the tag that changed there. So it basically updated the inputs on this Google spreadsheet. Okay, so now it's generating the image. This will take a few moments here. Here is the thumbnail that it generated. So this is just a test, guys. So just keep that in mind. I think we need a little work on the quality of the thumbnails, but we can save that for another video. Maybe we'll make a new automation on building a good system prompt for thumbnails, but let's say that we like this, okay? So we'll say yes, we'll approve this thumbnail, approve. And then it'll go update the row in the spreadsheet. Okay, video. So here's the video, the drive, the title, introducing, the description, the thumbnail, and then you can basically double check all of these things, right? So let's double check the video here. We'll grab this link. Okay, put that on there. Okay, this is the video. This is my test video. Title's fine, description, and then the thumbnail, as we mentioned earlier, we'll grab that thumbnail. We saw this earlier, okay? Let's go back to the workflow. And let us click yes, final approval. Now it's gonna go again and input that to the spreadsheet, and now it's uploading to our channel. So let's go to the channel here. I'm just going to refresh, and you can see just like that, it's starting to upload it. There's a video uploading right now with the thumbnail. So that completes the workflow. And I think this is pretty amazing. I mean, just thinking about going through all of this, and over time you can again build the system prompts to make your title better, your tags better, your description better. But going through this whole process probably takes, I don't know, probably anywhere from half an hour to an hour to just gather all this material and post it. But you can do all of this in like one automation. And this would save, and say you're posting like 4 videos a month, that could save you up to 4 or 5 hours in just the logistics of posting these things. And you can focus more on what's important, which is making the content. Before you go, what is the most repetitive task in your business right now? Put your answers in the comments. I'll make a future video explaining a system that can help solve your problems. All right, so that's it. We did 3 different workflows. We did the client onboarding workflow to help you expedite making the infrastructure needed when you have new clients. You did a LinkedIn posting, which helped you kind of create the copy and the images and posting onto your profile, which can be used for any other social platforms. And then the YouTube workflow, which allowed us to put in our transcript, our video, and then it helped us build our descriptions, our title, our thumbnail, and then post all of that into our channel without us having to go into those individual things. So if you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next one.